A firestorm of comments from both sides of the aisle after the president sends what some are calling a controversial tweet.
Today, President Trump doubling down on his message, telling 4 Democratic congresswomen of color to, quote, go back to where they came from. ABC's Megan Tezrani has the very latest in our top story tonight at 5.
In a remarkable moment on the White House South Lawn, the president defending what many are calling racist tweets about 4 congresswomen of color.
These are people that if they don't like it here, they can leave.
Over the weekend, the president tweeted for the women to go back and help fix the totally broken, crime-infested places from which they came. The congresswomen come from Cincinnati, Detroit, and New York City. Only one of the group, Representative Ilhan Omar, a Somali refugee, was born outside of the U.S. She fled civil war as a child, was granted asylum, and is now an American citizen.
In one case, you have somebody that comes from Somalia, which is a failed government, and now is a congresswoman who's never happy.
Omar responding on Twitter, saying they are working to silence the voices of the people who see themselves represented in me. I will stay in the ring, fighting for what is right, and will never back down in the face of these attacks. When asked if he's concerned that white nationalist groups are finding common cause with his tweet, the president responding.
It doesn't concern me because many people agree with me. And all I'm saying, they want to leave, they can leave.
Democrats were quick to condemn the president's comments.
The president's comments drip with racism.
A few members of the GOP joining the criticism. Congresswoman Susan Brooks, one of 13 Republican women in the House, tweeted that the president's remarks do not reflect American values. But GOP congressional leadership remains silent. President Trump's latest comments may have had the unintended consequence of uniting Democrats.
The president has a tendency to be provocative. He does it in a visceral way. It isn't always rooted in the facts, and it isn't always rooted in strategy.
And now House Speaker Nancy Pelosi is calling for a vote on the House resolution condemning the president.